Something's happening. We've known it for a long time. The West knew it.
Serious problem. America is addicted to oil.
It's inconceivable to me that our children will be able to maintain the American way of life and that the world will be full of resource-based wars of all kinds.
The East knew it.
Successfully completed, it will provide for a significant increase in the volume of oil supplies from Russia to China.
We've known it for a century.
There is no doubt about our absolute and complete dependence on oil. Without oil, civilization as we know it could not exist.
Oil was running out. It's what we grew up in. Post-Middle East, post-peak oil, post-everything. What they called the long emergency. It started slow. Little things at first. Lines at the pump. That hot summer of 2008, when the blackouts started lasting weeks. The avian influenza hit in '09. I got taken out of school when there wasn't enough vaccine. They said it would get better. Something would save us. Biofuels, solar power, cleaner nuke plants, maybe. The Depression hit in 2012. Africa ran out of food, then we did too. People stopped trying to do anything about the problems and just tried to survive. We'd watched them starve for 40 years and it didn't seem real. But pretty soon the scenes we used to watch on the news were happening just down the street. It's been happening for years. Now we're at the tipping point. I was 16 when the Chinese and the Russians figured out they'd rather fight us than each other. We didn't waste time forming the coalition. Now, we're staring each other down across the last wells in the Caspian. I left school for the affiliated press and they sent me overseas. Out here in Turkmenistan, you can see it clearer. In little prefab towns the oil boom left in Central Asia. This is where it's going to happen. In towns too small to have a name, built in 2 weeks by oil industry contractors. It's 2024, the 21st century. People ask me how we let this happen. I tell them, we always knew. The storm is coming.
That clip you just saw was from a game that explains the exact same scenario we have in our math problem, where the world eventually runs out of materials and resources, and nations begin to war over them. Now, although the entire world being at war would kind of suck, the stuff that would come out of it would be kind of cool, like this.
This is Charlie Squad. Moving up to the bridge. Affirmative. Go ahead and move in, Charlie Squad. Tank supporters are getting through. Roger. No resistance yet.
Get the fire on the enemy! Move up! Hey, low! Убьют американцев! Они прижали нас! Стреляй! Rockets! Look out! Нас здесь утюжат! Беспилотник!
Target confirmed. Take him out.
Direct hit!
Nice shot.
Yeah, baby! There! Done!
Charlie Squad, area secured. Kappa Squad, area secured.
Beta squad, area secure.
Roger. Front line is moving up.
Now, unfortunately, this is kind of where reality kicks in. Our world is probably going to reach this within the next 40 to 50 years. Let's actually use an equation to find out exactly how long we need. Alright, so with this equation, we can find out how long we actually have until we run out of resources. So far, from projected numbers, our planet can sustain 11,611,209,300 people. And that is equal to the 7.2 billion we have now times e to the power of 0.0114 or 1.14% times the time, t. We start by dividing out the 7.2 billion out of the 11 billion. Which is equal to 1.61267, which is also equal to e to the power of 1.14 t. We start by dividing out the 7.2 billion out of the 11 billion. Which is equal to 1.61267, which is equal to e to the power of 0.0114 times t. Now we take the natural log of both sides, so the natural log of 1.61267 to the natural log of e to the power of 0.0114 t. So the natural log of 1.61267 divided by 0.0114 is equal to t. Once it's all divided out, we have 41.9219 years is equal to t. Or, our world has 41 years, 336 days, 11 hours, and 29 minutes before our population outgrows the natural resources of this planet.